Well, everybody, how did you do? Today was the day we found out how we did in the Hotelpocalypse for San Diego Comic-Con in the summer of 2025. Well, in my experience, there's always two different ways to kind of look at this. Here's one way.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
And then you have.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
So which way are you? I am the latter. My wife got in at 12:04, and she said she submitted around 12:09. And we did not get any of the choices we had listed, but we did end up getting a downtown hotel. But it's not the most ideal one for us. So we're probably going to stick with it and pray and hope on this general hotel sale. But at least I guess we have something, but there's a lot of things that don't really fit the way we need it to fit with the hotel. But again, at least we are downtown. It's about 0.7 of a mile away. We'll make do with the best we can. I myself got in at 12:08 and was out by 12:11. And I ended up getting the Wyndham. Now, the Wyndham is like almost 1.2 miles away. Now, the cool thing with this one is that it is along the bayfront, and it's also where Funmaker Mike will be running his Dreams little after night show, or whatever you want to call this. But again, it's just 1.2 miles is just way too far for us. Considering that we travel with a dog, it's just too far. It takes too long. And even with the shuttle, it's just too hard. So I guess we're going to go with the whole downtown hotel, which is about a half mile closer. Again, it's still not ideal. And we're just going to hope and pray for this general sale. Now, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to try to see if I can help you guys get something closer. And I'll give you some advice on what to do if you did happen to get a hotel, but it's not really the one that you wanted. If you did get a hotel, congratulations, because it is very, very difficult. We've been lucky the last 3 years in a row. We've stayed at the Omni, the Grand Manchester, and at the Hilton Gaslamp. So we've been very lucky. So we kind of figured, it's eventually the luck's going to run out, and we're not going to get exactly what we want. Now, there are a few options. I was looking at a couple different hotels today afterwards, just pricing things out, and it is ridiculous. I mean, you're looking at, if you're going from Wednesday to Monday, so you're going for 5 nights, it's upwards of like $1,000 a night. And, I don't think anyone wants to really pay that. I guess the reason why they do that is because they can, number one, and number two, it could be for celebrities. It could be, for people who are just willing to pay it. I don't know. But $1,000 a night is kind of crazy. I think the cheapest one we found, and this is with me using Hilton points, was Hilton Gaslamp. And with me using like 100,000 points for the 5 nights, it still was at like $4,700. So yeah, it's too expensive. Now, if you don't know, tomorrow, which is going to be Tuesday, the day after the apocalypse, you will get an email if you never got a hotel at all. And basically, this is just saying that, basically thanks for entering, but you didn't get anything. So the next step is next Thursday, April 24th, the general hotel sale will go live. Now, as far as the time, it is not listed on the San Diego Comic-Con website, but the date is there. I have no idea. I really haven't really had to worry about this for the last, if you go back going through COVID, basically the last 5 years, I haven't had to really worry about it. I would assume it would be 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. noon, and then for Central, that's 11 a.m. That's when I would assume it will go live. I would think that they're going to send something out to let people know, either in an email or Twitter or whatever. That's kind of all the information we really have on that right now. Now, the way this is going to work, if you do have a hotel that you're iffy about, you are able to transfer these. The easiest way to do it is to make sure you transfer before you put that deposit down. It makes it much, much easier. So what you want to do is call the Comic-Con phone number. It's on the website and everything. And you just talk to them. They'll walk you through the process. That's the easiest way. Don't contact the hotel directly because they don't even know you're staying there yet. All of that has not even been released to the hotels. The other option you have is to prepay those 2 nights that they're asking for the deposit. Now, I say prepay, but technically you can get that money back if you cancel May 1st or sooner. And I believe it's like 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. So if you want to cancel the room, all you're going to be charged is like the internet fee, and like I think it's like 3% of what you paid. So if you paid $600, so you're losing $12 plus probably $10 or $20 on the internet fee. Okay, but at least you still have something. And if you do find something better, you're probably not going to care about an extra $30, to be honest with you. So I would say go ahead and prepay for those 2 nights and just keep watching that the link. Now, it goes live on the 24th, so that only gives us like 7 days. At that point, if you don't find something better, now you're going to be charged the first night, and that is all through May. So even if you cancel in May because you find something much better, yeah, it sucks because you don't want to pay the extra money, but it's still better than paying $5,000 for 5 nights. So even if you got to give up $340 or whatever it might be for 1 night, in my opinion, it's still worth taking the better hotel. Again, that's my opinion because I've done it both ways, and the closer you can be, the better experience it is. In my opinion. What do we need to do on Thursday? So on next Thursday, it's going to go live. You're going to click. It's chaotic because it goes so fast. So the best thing to do is kind of have in your head maybe 4 to 5 hotels that you're looking for, and don't be picky. As soon as you see one of these 4 or 5, click and just go and hope that you can get it, because that's how fast they'll go. If you start scrolling down, oh, this one's close, but this one's better, the more time you waste doing that, the less chance you're going to get something. Now, let's say April 24th goes by, you get nothing new, there's nothing, you still got your hotel booked, or maybe you have nothing at all. All hope is still not lost. What you want to do is every so often just go back to that link, keep it on your phone loaded, and just hit refresh. Eventually, you'll see things pop up. So you never, ever know. On Twitter, if I'm able to, after the first week, I try to post some of the stuff I see. I wish I was better at it because I do have a full-time job, so it's hard. I can't just sit there and refresh all day long, right? But if I do see something, I will post it on Twitter. So if you guys want to follow me over there, you can go ahead and click the link down below in the description. It'll take you over to that. And there is another way that you can get this hotel is just by checking periodically. I mean, this is how we got a hotel one year. I believe it was Andes. We ended up getting this way. And Andes is a little further away, but it's still like less than a half mile, which is fantastic. I mean, I'll take that any day of the week. But again, it's just random. I mean, literally, I'm just clicking. I think we were actually sitting, I think we were at Virginia Beach, and we were just like getting ready for dinner. And I just happened to like clicking, refresh. I saw it pop up and it had my dates. I clicked and got in and got out. So I was able to snag one like that. And that was like in June. And this is when we never had a room even booked. I think I had actually booked Hotel Z, but at that time it was still expensive, but it's like double now. I think I paid like $2,500, maybe a little more than that. Now it's well over $5,000. So there's always a way. I mean, you can check on booking.com. Sometimes you might get something there. Sometimes they offer you the free cancellation. That's kind of the key because, a lot of these hotels I was looking at today, they don't even let you cancel. Like if you book it today, you're stuck, and that's $5,000. It's kind of like the early bird hotels. If you got one of those early and you still ended up doing this, you're gonna end up having to pay for both hotels. So, but anyways, guys, I mean, really, that's about it. You know, it stinks when you don't get something you really, really want. I thought we were gonna be okay. I really did. At 12:04, I thought we were gonna be okay. And it sounds like from the polls I've ran that the magic number was 12:03 at 3 minutes. So if you got in the 3 minutes, you were almost guaranteed something that you wanted, as long as you didn't have all the primo ones listed. I did see somebody on Twitter say that they got in at 12:03 and they didn't get anything they wanted. Yeah, but we don't really know. Did they put all 12 in? Were they really super picky? So you don't really know, but it does kind of seem like 12:03 was the magic number. I did see some people at 12:04 still get something they wanted. But again, without them saying what hotel it is, because a lot of people don't want to do that, on social media anyways, which is why I'm not really advertising where I'm staying. But 12:03 does seem to be the magic number. And, we'll see. I guess the one other frustrating part of all this is that I personally thought it would be not easier to get a room, because I don't know how many people really put in for 5 rooms, but that was the rule. Like, you could put in for 5 rooms. And this year they maxed it out at 2. But again, I don't know how many people actually put that in, because to get 5 rooms seems like, I mean, yeah, I get people travel with like 10 or 12 people sometimes, but I don't know. It's interesting how they do that. I mean, I would never put that many rooms in even if we were traveling with other people. If I wasn't in like within the first minute, I would never put that many rooms, because I feel like that would be going against you. If you got in later. So again, I'm not 100% sure how that all works, but anyways, just to quickly summarize, we have April 24th, the general hotel sale will go live. So again, follow me over on Twitter. I'll be posting what time that goes live. Obviously, you want to follow San Diego Comic-Con. Good luck on that. But again, even if you don't get something there, I would still try throughout the month of May and obviously April. And at that point, you'll have to make a decision of what you want to do. If you do have something that you can tolerate, I guess. Not that all these hotels are bad hotels. It's just the distance, right? It's a distance thing. Like I said, the most important thing for us is the distance, because we do have an older dog we travel with. And, a mile away hotel for us is it's too far. I mean, because we do have to let her out every, 3 to 4 hours, honestly. That's why last show was so nice, because like the Hilton was literally like a 5-minute walk, and we could go whenever we wanted. That's like our biggest thing right now. If we didn't have the pup, it wouldn't be as big of a deal if we are a little bit further away, because I don't mind walking. It's not a big deal to me, but it is mostly because of the puppy dog. So anyways, guys, let me know how you did in the comments down below. Hopefully this video will give you a little more hope, I guess, moving forward through the general hotel sale, and then obviously through May. All right, guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to keep those heads on, and I'll see you guys in the next video.